finally, we meet the Tarnished, who would be Lord. Oh my. Why the long face? I fear that you were previously acquainted with this vessel. Well, that is most unfortunate, for he is dead. As for his flesh, he gave it to me. Shabriri, I hope you can make your peace with that. You were about to sacrifice something precious, the life of a fair maiden, that you would toss into the fiery forge, only so that you may be Lord. What a horrible thing to ponder. Your ascendancy requires her sacrifice, whether she wishes it or not. But how would the Lord, crowned so, be looked upon?
Shabriri's like, if only there were some other way.
Chosen Tarnished and would-be Lord, dare to tread the path of true rigor. Spare the poor girl and singe your own flesh in her stead. If you are prepared to show resolve and attain lordship through righteous hardship, then heed the words of I, Shabriri. Chosen Tarnished, descend into the depths far below the Erdtree capital. Seek audience with the three fingers and the flame of frenzy. If you inherit the flame of frenzy,
Good
your
show.
flesh will serve as kindling, and the girl can be spared, setting you on the righteous path of lordship, the path of the Lord of Chaos. Burn the Erdtree to the ground and incinerate all that divides and distinguishes. Ah, may chaos take the world. May chaos take the world. Chosen Tarn, descend into the depths.
Okay. And that is the precursor to the chaos ending, which will, yeah, it's terrible. All right. Somebody earlier said, how does he do against, how does he do against Moog? Well, I'll show you here in a second.
There is something I'd like to say. My purpose was given to me by my mother, but now I act of my own volition. I have set my heart upon the world that I would have, regardless of my mother's designs. I won't allow anyone to speak ill of that, not even you.
Huh. Interesting. Why hasn't Cohh killed Moog? Because he's too hard. I very easily could kill Moog if I just threw myself at him until he died, but I'm doing my best not to die a lot this time, and I don't want to do that. So he is a very, very difficult fight that I have not beaten yet. Yep. And the primary reason why is we talked about a little bit about it earlier, but my sword and my current build is not set up to properly end this man's life. So, yeah. Where have you died the most this run so far? The bell-bearing boss in Caelid. I think that was the most. Yep. And Gravity. Yep. This guy, I think we've only died to Moog twice. So we haven't died too many times to him. Oh, timeout. I'm sorry. Did I kill the bell-bearing boss? Nope. Haven't been back yet. I think I died to him like 3 or 4 times. Then I was like, I have to come back later. Because I wasn't even getting like him close. Like we had to go. Yep. Oh, wait. No, I should use my faith, not my fire. Which bell-bearing boss? This one. That one. He spawns right there at night. Yeah, dude is an absolute beast. He is insanely difficult, and the range on him is really heavy. There's a few bosses that are kind of like the anti-build of what we are. And those are bosses that have like big sweeping attacks that hit for huge amounts of endurance and health, where it's just like we can't block them. We're not really set up to dodge a lot, so we can't really dodge them too well. We're just not. And then to top it off, they're both resistant to our main damage type. So fun, right? Good times. One thing I do want to figure out after this attempt is where do I go to get the stuff I need to upgrade Oleg? Because I do really want to upgrade Oleg. He's stuck at 5 right now. Dude, he keeps moving like slightly out of the way. Stop. Thrice. See how little damage I'm doing right now? Anyway, my damage really, really sucks on him. And I need to figure out a better way to deal with that. We tried like another weapon, but it wasn't very good. We tried like a bunch of things yet and just haven't found it. Yeah, so we'll figure it out. What is this cowardry? Me showing you a fight that I told you I was going to show you? Oh, it's baby Maddie didn't get his subs. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. I feel so bad. Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and go to... Let's see. What do I want to do now? We can keep progressing to the north. Or... where do we go to get a 5... Let me see exactly what we need, and then I'm going to get one of these. Dragon, thank you so much for your 11 months. Appreciate your prime sub, dude. Cohh, you can get a Ghost 5 in the Siofra near the dragonkin you killed.
Good show.
Hey, Daddy Koala with a 10 bomb. Oh, man. Thank you so much. Nokrin. We haven't done Nokrin yet. We could just go do Nokrin, couldn't we? I could just walk over to Nokrin and do it. The only thing I think we need to do is we need to do Blythe's quest. Wait. We need to figure out what we need to do with Blythe next. I don't want to mess him up. Oh, do we need to do Millicent? Let's figure out what order we have to do this in. Let's figure out what order we want to do this in. All right, hold
Greeting,
on.
are you here for...
Okay, for you, we need Ghost, Glovewort, 5. Okay. So chat was saying that maybe that's down here. Go look. Go to Shade Castle next. Okay. Fix your bottle tier. Thank you. How can Cohh be streaming when he's here working at my sushi bar? Oh, I'm just an AI. Yeah, real Cohh is working your sushi bar. You could also get Mohg's Shackle at the Lanedell Royal Capital. Wait, what? Where? Does that work like it does on Margit? It's in the sewer? Looks like we're going to the sewer. Okay. It only works for the first phase. That's fine. That's great. Am I in Dave the Diver? I am in Dave the Diver. Not only am I in Dave the Diver, but my cat Dimitri is in Dave the Diver. It's the only game he's in. And I will eternally be thankful to the Dave the Diver devs for doing that. Yep. That was really, really cool of them. They didn't even tell me they were putting Dimitri in. I just like was watching. I was playing Dave the Diver one day and just noticed. I was like, oh my God. It was amazing. Shoot. There's a tree I need to run up. And then I need to take a teleporter. And I thought it was on this side. But now I'm wondering if it's on this side. There it is. Oh, it's not a tree. It's a... There it is. Right there. Cohh is actually a pretty competent server. Yeah, no, dude. I was really happy that the devs actually made me like a decent employee. Yeah. A lot of people use Cohh for managing their other store or as just a really good server. Mm-hmm. I just saw Cohh's armor set and realized we're no longer the good guys. What? What do you mean? We're totally the good guys, mostly. All right, so what I'm looking for here is one of those like little white plants. We killed this guy up here last time we were here. This is where the Dragonkin Knight was. We actually, oh, is that it right there? Is that the 5? It is. Look at that. Oh yeah, dude, awesome. So that's cool. Next, I want to go to the basement in Lanedell because I want to get that shackle. I've seen many people reference Mohg Shackles in chat. I didn't realize that we could get it now. For some reason, I thought it was something we had to get later in the game, like bottom of Nocturne or something. Let's do this.
Greetings, are you here for spit?
Well, I took you no matter it's out
Is it
your
possible that
arms,
Cohh is in Everspace 2 as a quest NPC? I am in Everspace 2 as a quest NPC. So, yes, it's very possible. Okay. Almost back up to 2.5 KD. We're getting there, man.
Greetings, are you here for spit?
Okay, now we need Ghost Glovewort 7. Aquamanly says, I actually hope the trend of adding streamers to games for publicity goes away. Nothing against Cohh, but it breaks immersion for me. I feel the exact same way in games that feature immersion. I don't mind seeing stars and people I know in games if it's like for fun or just messing around. Like Dave the Diver, like games like that, it's like whatever. I don't care about references. Yakuza. I mean, those games are like giant, reference. They're goofy, which is fun. There are some games though that I think I agree that influencers can sometimes it's a little hard. If you know somebody for hours and hours and hours is one thing, and then like, you know, then you see them for 5 minutes or less as something else. It's very, yeah, it's tough. Cyberpunk did well. Cyberpunk did it really well. I agree. I think Cyberpunk did it well because everyone they brought into Cyberpunk for cameos were like their own little self-contained stories, which I think was really good. I think that's, and the reason that's really good is because players could look at that and go, I know that guy. I don't want anything to do with that person. And they don't lose out on anything in the game by doing that. You don't lose out of the game by not doing my quest or Jesse's quest or any, you know, like they're fun. I love them. They're great, but you're not going to lose any lore or anything like that, you know? Well, no, I take that back. Gary is actually a main component of the Cyberpunk universe. In fact, arguably the backbone and main character. So Gary is a little bit different, but all others are fall under that umbrella. Yeah. So there's that. Mm-hmm.
Greetings. Are you here for spirit?
No, I'm gonna say this right now. I think I was fine in Baldur's Gate 3. And you know why I think I was fine in Baldur's Gate 3? It's because most people didn't know it was me. And I'm okay with that. The amount of people that would have played Baldur's Gate 3 and I was like, yeah, I was Knobber. And they were like, what? You were Knobber? And I was like, yeah. That's right. That's the right answer. What? Like, yeah, that's the right answer. Like, I feel like in that case, it's like, okay, that's fine. Right? So we're good. Sugar Donut says, Cohh was in Baldur's Gate 3? Yes. Yes. Okay, good. We're good. All right.
Back already, no matter.
And funny enough, I get asked for voice acting and stuff these days. And you know, I'm in a couple games that are coming out. And what I tell companies these days, when they're like, yeah, would you like to be in our game? My response to them is, I would love to be in your game. The weirder, drunker, stranger, crazier, the better. That's what I want. Like give me your, like I'm basically the Statue of Independence or whatever that statue's called. That's me for streaming. Give me your drunk, you're crazy, you're drugged out, you're weary and weird. Bring them to Papa Cohh. And he will become them. Yes. Give me your cameos, your non-imports, your sides. Yes. It is kind of funny because and I will for the record, and you can hold me to this, I will tell you the name of this after it is out. I will. I was pinged to be in an upcoming game. And they asked me specifically, who do you want to play? We were thinking one of these characters. And I took one look and I went, I want to play none of them. Because every one of those characters are part of the main story. Where I want to be is over here. I want to be the drunk guy in the gutter that has a lot of dialogue that's funny, but has nothing to do with that. That's what I want. I do not want to be a main character because I can tell you right now, I would have trouble playing that game if I was a main character in a game. If I'm ever going to be a main character in a game, I will not be streaming at that point because that would just be too weird. You know, like if I think I love the idea of being in these games, but my favorite characters by far are Gary's, Knobbers. Like, give me little off-the-wall, weird side things. Like, not the star of the show. Just happy to be there. Like, and then, you know, like, that's where I want to be. and I love that place. I like, where I am in the voice acting field, like, there's nowhere else I'd rather be. Nowhere else I'd rather be. I love it. My profession is side character, and then again, the drunker, weirder, crazier, the better. Yeah, I was a bean. I sold space beans in Everspace 2. And I loved it. Did we find out where that 7 was? Did we find out where that 7 was by any chance? I think somebody mentioned it, and then I read something about Knobber and immediately lost it. 5 minutes to SGF? No, 2 hours. 2 hours. Just so Scab says it's so cool you played Knobber. Thank you. I appreciate that, dude. I'm glad you feel that way. Yeah, I'm not watching the pre-show. I loved Cohh and Half-Life 3. Me too. Are you downloading Once Human demo beta today? I think we are doing some Once Human stuff actually soon. I think we're still figuring out all the details, but yeah, Once Human. Well, no, wait, is that now or is that Once Human? I don't know if that's Once Human. Oh, no, I don't think that's Once Human. No, I think actually this made me think of that. Once Human was at OTK. I didn't see what they had to say there. What did Once Human have to talk about at OTK? Is that what you're talking about now? Because no, I haven't seen that yet. There's a beta on the 10th. Oh my God, Cohh is yapping. I am yapping. I'm sorry. There's a bit of yapping going on right now.
Drinky time.
7 is in the sewers. Perfect. We'll head to the sewers. Oh, thanks, Gerald. I think we have some more death root. Let's check.
Strange. There's something else. But the death yet quenches. Bring more.
Is that me? Yeah. I did the VA for this guy.
Death clenches.
It's just a lot of ASMR and growling. Yeah. Oh. Kill the bird? No. I'm not going to. Actually, I kind of want to, but I don't think I can. Wait, rest and get up and talk to him again? Oh, Jesus! I thought he at least had some dialogue or something, man. That was not cash money, Mike. No. No, it was not. Okay. Is that it? Like... Oh my God, dude. What in the heck is going on?
Put it away. I won't forget. Again. My appetite. My sin. So please. Enough. Put it away. I won't forget my appetite. So please.
Okay.
won't forget. Again. Mine appetite. My sin. I must have more. I must consume more. More. I am not sated. Feed me more death. More feed me.
Does Cohh know who this is? I know that later he throws off his cloak and we have a really hard fight against him. And I think there's a second boss also involved in that fight. But that's all I remember. That's Malekith? Oh, it's not the same one. All the demigods fear this guy. It's Marika's beast. They look the same, but they're different. Is he the same race as Radahn? Because Radahn seemed like he was a bit animalistic. Wait, chat is saying it is the same guy. That is the same guy. It is Malekith. Okay. Interesting. Radahn, yeah, I know Radahn went mad. Radahn was a demigod who fought Malenia in Caelid, and he used some giant power to win that halted the stars. She exploded in Scarlet Rot, which is why Caelid is the way it is. He went crazy with Scarlet Rot, but stayed alive, which is why the stars stayed still. And when we killed Radahn, that unarrested the stars, which caused the meteor to fall, which opened up the entry to Necron. Yeah. So Marika removed the rune of death from herself to make her immortal. Radahn held the stars in his youth, not when fighting Malenia. Man, I'm gonna have to watch all this again. It is Malekith, yes, because once you go to Farum Azula, he disappears. Malekith is essentially the only one who can kill a god. The death rune is hidden in his sword. You can see the death rune on Gerank's hand. Is that it right there? Other hand. I think it's the red thing. It is the red thing. Yeah. It's the red dot on his left hand. Interesting. So that is the rune of death that Marika removed from herself?
It's you again. Always a pleasure.
Here.
Goodbye.
Wait. Farum Azula is a different timeline. That's why Malekith exists twice. It's a place lost in time. But he acknowledged you there. So who knows? Maybe it's a Doctor Who situation to where he acknowledged you there because we met him here now. Can I zoom in? That's not what I meant. Okay, we good. Look at that dude. Oh, interesting. So Ronnie took a little piece of that rune and used it to infuse the Black Knives with the power of that so they could go forth and kill the gods on the night of the Black Knives. Interesting. Huh. Okay. Let us continue. Cohh trying to understand the lore. Oh, I mean, dude, I love the lore of this stuff. I love figuring all this stuff out. Or I love trying to figure all this stuff out. Lore stream when? So what we're going to do is I think the DLC comes out on the 23rd, I want to say. When does the DLC come out? 22nd? 21st. Okay. So I currently have the week before that open, which is great because I think I'm going to keep it as open as possible. I think we're going to do the lore streams on the 19th and the 20th if we need 2 days. I think that's what we're going to do. I'd love to do the lore streams like right before Elden Ring. I think that would be the most fun. So. Cohh, by the way, if you want a weapon that's kind of like the Blasphemous Blade but doesn't have the fire stuff to worry about, kill that gargoyle. You know, somebody earlier I saw when I was fighting Mohg, somebody earlier said Cohh would have a much easier time fighting this guy if he had the gargoyle weapon from Garand. And I've wondered ever since then. Like, that is something to consider. Apparently it actually does damage to him, which is nice. Yeah. Oh, back to Twitch again. So the reason he's hungering for death is because the rune of death, which is his sword, is sealed in his body. When Ronnie steals the fragment and offs Godwyn, it spreads and becomes, he says root, but maybe rot? Yeah. Huh.